Hot dog. Let me know you can hear me, see me. We are finished cutting OSR now. We've got this left to dry. Pits under there. This is harvested crop from today mainly, and it's drier than this heap. So we'll finish off everything in that heap first, because it will stay in the dryer for a bit less time than this stuff. This might be about 11% average, whereas over there, at the end of the day today, it was coming in at 7.6, which is very dry. So it's not really needing any drying. It's just going into the grain dryer, run a bit of air through it to clean it up a little bit, and it's getting spat back out. 9% is what you take OSR to, so actually you're losing out on money there because it's too dry. At 9% it would be a little bit heavier, and you're paid on weight. At OSR ourselves, good looking crop, around 10% moisture in Ireland. Yeah, up here anyway, all the OSR crops you see are fantastic looking. So anyway, we've just finished an hour ago probably the last field of OSR, which was an absolute corker. The first field we cut was 5.3 tonnes a hectare. Then the next field was a little bit lower than that, and then that field we just cut. I've not done the maths on it, but it'll be the best. It'll be top end of 5s. Could even be scratching on 6. What I need to turn. What am I turning on here? Shed top. Let's turn that on. Shed incline. Elevator. Dryer bottom, and they can go on again to auto, but they're not running. Just emptying it just now, straight into a trailer. Straight into that trailer, then taking it around into that shed. So we're not putting it on the floor right now. So a batch is more than one trailer. So I've just filled up a trailer, turned off the grain dryer so it wasn't emptying, ran it around, then packed the empty trailer back in. So grain OSR should start spitting out there in, oh, I've not turned the dispatch on. It won't start spitting out yet. That thing on. And then in 12 seconds time, that hopper will fill up. I'll let you hear it. So these windows are clear right now, and in 5 seconds, there you go, OSR up to about there. That dribbles away down into that conveyor, up the hill, over to the elevator, away up. We've obviously got a wee leak there, but nothing major. You can see that moving away now. Goes up that wee conveyor there, drops down into the elevator, and then the buckets take it right to the top where there's a valve there, and it decides your position, whether it's recircling back into your grain dryer or emptying down that spout and away into the conveyor system in the shed, which is what it's doing right now. When it's drying or cooling, it is constantly recircling around the elevator to the top again, but it's not going in the valve down that chute into the shed, it's going back into the top of the grain dryer, and it's just like a continuous loop with air going through it, warm air going through, coming out that exhaust, pulling out moisture. So should be, there you go, spitting it out just now. So all the OSR with a subsoiler with a box on the top, been showing very good results, and only one pass, no cultivation otherwise. When we started farming yard 3, we took over a piece of kit which is a Hiva subsoiler, and it had all that kit on top of it to do OSR behind the subsoiler, but we stripped all the kit down and we still sow it with the one pass. We disc the ground just the once, straight in with the one pass, drill it, roll it, and then it's good. And quite heavy with the slug pellets, because between that and rape stubble, slugs are pretty aggressive. Spraying off spring barley this week. I actually went and had a look at some 4 hours ago to spray off, but I wouldn't say it's there yet. Our spring barley quality looks terrible. each seed's probably got between 4 and 6 tillers each seed, but only 2 of them are decent, and the other 4 probably only add up to 1 decent head, and they're small peas. Quality of spring barley is going to be poor this year, for us anyway, and I would imagine most of the countryside. So the maltsters are going to be rejecting loads of stuff because they do not want it. They want to get out of contracts as best they can, and if they want to get out, they'll get out. So we'll see how that goes. How much? I should have time. I'll just nip round, I'll show you where we're chucking all this. A lot of crap in the tram lines. Yeah, and the whole field, to be honest. A lot of kind of wee secondary growths. They have reached the same height, but the heads are like 4 peas tall. A normal head might be 10 or 12 or 14. It's a bit frustrating looking at it. You thought it looked better, and then you actually go and walk it, and it doesn't look that good. Anyway, winter crops and wheat just coming is all good and decent, so I can't complain. On average, it should, as long as we get everything in good order, on average should be a decent harvest in terms of yield. We'll not mention prices. Anyway, there's a bit of wheat still left, flipping heck. Grain pushers had some new brackets on it, and I did some alterations to it the other day actually. What did I all do? So I welded some caps on the end of those steels, 1, 2, 3 and 4, so that grain can't get in and slide down the inside of those steels, because that's what it was doing. Same with those wee bits of steel there. I also took this board off and lowered it a wee bit so that there's a gap, so that it's timber that's on the floor and not steel, because it was every so often, if you put it down the ground, it would scratch the concrete, whereas the wood, it's not going to scratch the concrete. And I actually left a wee gap in there all along that seam so that any grain falls through rather than sitting in the seam. Obviously it's sitting there just now, which is not ideal, but it just, if you're moving into a seed crop to push up, just need to make sure and clean it off. OSR is going in that bay, so I don't know if we're going to fit it all in. We'll try our best. Yeah, we should. We'll just need to get quite aggressive for the grain pusher and get it up as high as you can. But OSR, because it's tiny wee balls, it's good at spilling out. It flows like water. You can't heap it up as high as you can on other crops. It's just tiny. It's effectively tiny wee balls, and it just keeps going. So when you don't get this same, what's it called, angle of repose. That angle on barley might be like that, or wheat a lot steeper, whereas that just flushes out. Anyway, we'll get the pusher in there and get it hiked right up. Slug pellets in anticipation of slugs attacking OSR. New OSR seeds we're not going to be able to get till next week, frustratingly. We'd like to get some sown at the end of this week, but it's not going to happen. I can turn the lights off in here now. Frustratingly, yeah, no seed landing. There's a dug. She was at the flipping kennels today. Little bandit. Someone took her into the kennels because she got lost. Sorry about the wind. Just check that trailer's not overflowing. Who is better to work with, the boss or Kev or Dunk? They're all easy to work with. They probably don't say the same about me. Let's have a look in this trailer. That is... oh, flipping idiot. I need to move a forklift. 2 seconds. Bear with me. Oh, wished. Honker. Look what I've done. So at the end of the conveyor, you always leave that open, just in case a little bit of grain comes along, which it does, so that you don't get a big build up over there and break stuff. So it's open over here, which is just on the edge of the crop. So I usually leave the bucket there to catch it, but I forgot, and I swept it all up, cleaned it all up, and then I just forgot again. Idiot! So once I'm off of this video, I need to tidy that up again. Let's see this trailer. It's loosened off. Oh well. There we go, it's coming. It'll only fill about half this trailer. I got the first 60% of the batch in the trailer before this. What's your favourite farm memory as a kid? Probably going up in the combine when Grandpa was on it. And then Granny would bring wee sandwiches. Wee cheese and ham sandwiches, or ham sandwiches. We stopped for peacetime. Oh, that was a belter. Can't beat that. Is your Labrador a shooting dog or just a pet? I don't go shooting enough to call her a shooting dog, but she's definitely got the capabilities. She comes to life when you get the gun out. I shot some crows last night. Well, I say some. I shot 2 cartridges and got 1 crow. She's not fond of crows. She'll not pick up crows. Quite a lot of dogs are like that, because crows, even though if you wound them and they're still alive, they'll peck at the dog's eyes. And she must have got pecked once or twice in the past, and she won't touch crows anymore. But pigeons, she picks them up, and yeah, she comes from a gamekeeper along the road who has 3 or 4 litters a year. It's in her genes, but I probably have ruined her by not training her properly and not taking her out enough. She just loves to run about. Yeah, good dog, good dog. Sit, sit. Paw, there you go, good girl. Right, anyway, if you've not, go and watch my video from tonight. We had some serious problems with cattle. Some stuff like really, one of those things where you walk out to a field and you just like, oh my god, what's going on here? You don't quite twig initially what's happening, and your mind just goes to disaster, worst case scenario. Oh, it was a bit of a stressor. But anyway, go and watch that and click like on your way out of this. Cheery. Oh, my phone's almost